The Philadelphia Eagles were dominant in this postseason run, a lot of really good plays. Let's talk about the top 10 plays from the Philadelphia Eagles this season, and let's start off with the first play that they had in the playoffs. You see it's a kickoff right here, and they definitely hit the ground running this postseason. As you see here, they forced the fumble and recover. We can sit here and say what we want about, some of the replays made it seem like maybe it shouldn't have been, but ultimately the results are what matter. The Eagles got the ball, were able to score a touchdown right away, and essentially put the Packers in a hole before they even started. Number 9 on this list is the only play that was from a regular season game, but I mean, come on, how can I not put this one on the list, right? I couldn't put it too much higher on the list just because it was a regular season game. It wasn't the most impactful play in their overall season, but I mean, Saquon Barkley hurdled a guy up, backwards. That has to make the list here. So that's number 9. Number 8 and 7 actually happened on back-to-back plays in the Super Bowl, and really were the dagger in the Super Bowl. Usually the dagger in the Super Bowl is going to be a lot higher than just 8 and 7, but that's just kind of the way this works. So first, this play, it's going to be a 4th down and 5. This is Avonte Maddox. Watch what he does. As you see, Mahomes takes a snap, quickly tries to get it over towards Hopkins, but Maddox is there, is able to deflect the pass. Really nice play, which then gives them the ball. And what did the Eagles do once they got the ball? Well, then you have this situation where it's going to be a 1st down and 10, obviously, and the Chiefs are completely expecting a running play right here because it's 27-0. Okay, time to run out the clock, right? No, they say, let's go for it all. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, throws it down the field, makes a beautiful throw to Smith, who got wide open on that play, and they're able to get a big touchdown. So the game was realistically over before these two plays, but this definitely was the dagger. So that was play number 7. Let's go to play number 6 right here. So what's going to happen here is this is actually the first play of the game for the Philadelphia Eagles offensively against the Commanders. Hurts is going to flip the ball to Saquon Barkley. Really good blocking here by the offensive line. Pausing this just for a second, mostly due to copyright reasons. But as you see, he's going to get around multiple defensive backs, cut through another one, gets over here, where again, I'll have to pause it just real quick for copyright reasons, but ultimately finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, again, not just an incredible play, but really sets the tone for that conference championship game. If you remember, the Commanders had that really long opening drive. You're starting to think, okay, is this, going to be a difficult game? They're converting on 4th downs, and then one play in, Saquon Barkley immediately is able to take advantage. Pretty crazy stuff. That was number 6. Let's go to number 5. Back to the Super Bowl right here. A big play in the game, I would say. You're up 17 points, but still, if the Chiefs can get a drive going, get some points, they then be down 2 scores, and they get the ball to start the half. Could they find a way to only be down 1 score by the time the Eagles get the ball again? Well, no. Mahomes takes a snap. There's going to be contact by Josh Sweat, and Zach Bond makes an incredibly athletic interception to allow the Eagles to then have the ball inside the Kansas City Chiefs 15. They took advantage, scored another touchdown, went up 24, and then, again, you could also argue this was the dagger. There were a lot of daggers in that Super Bowl. But for number 4, this is a play that we thought was going to be a dagger at the time. It turned out to not be, and we'll touch on that in a second. But right here, the Eagles are currently up 7 points against the Los Angeles Rams. There's under 5 minutes left, and this is just a fun play. Watch as when Hurts gives the ball to Saquon Barkley, he's able to make one move against a safety, and he is just gone. Again, I will have to pause this for copyright reasons. Saquon, I mean, all these long runs makes it hard for me to avoid the copyright claim on YouTube. But really an impressive run here by Saquon Barkley. And again, at the time, we thought, okay, well, that's it. Eagles are going to win and go to the conference championship game. Stafford almost came back, but, ultimately, the Eagles were able to hold on anyway and win the game, of course. And you definitely have to wonder, would they have still held on and won the game had they not been able to have this play from Saquon? Number 3 is really the biggest play from the conference championship game, because again, I think we kind of view that as like a wire-to-wire blowout, but that was not the case. I mean, you have a situation where it's a 4th down and 5, you're up 2 points just ahead of the 2-minute warning at midfield. If the Eagles don't convert on this play, the Commanders are getting the ball in good field position. They could take the lead going into the half. So definitely a huge play here for the Philadelphia Eagles. You see the broadcast team is circling A.J. Brown one-on-one. You know they're going to look there. And A.J. Brown does what he did all season, which is if you leave him one-on-one, he wins his matchup. That's what he's able to do. Beats Lattimore, gets not just a conversion, but down the field. They score a touchdown, and then they get a fumble and score another touchdown and essentially just ice the game right there. So, yeah, huge play in that game. That's number 3 on the list. Number 2, I think it's got to be this one, right? You see Mahomes is scrambling outside the pocket, and let's be honest, the second that Mahomes got outside the pocket and was throwing in stride, we're just assuming, well, this is probably going to work, because usually it works for Patrick Mahomes. Again, game situation, at this point, I don't think anyone's saying this game is over. The Eagles have come back from down 10 in every Super Bowl that they've won. They've been down 10 points in every Super Bowl they've played in, including against the Eagles just a couple of years ago. It's a 3rd and 16 here. That's not ideal, but come on. This is what the Chiefs do, right? Well, or so we thought. Instead, Mahomes does not see Cooper DeJean here. This will be another one I'm going to have to pause for a second for copyright reasons, but he's going to do a great job after he gets the interception as well. Keep in mind, he's their punt returner. He's used to having the ball in his hands. Really impressive play by him. And again, this went from, okay, the Eagles are feeling good, to, oh, the Eagles might actually win this game, and of course, they ultimately would. But number 1 for me has to be when the Rams had that comeback. If you remember, the Eagles went up 13. They missed the extra point, so it stayed at 13. All of a sudden, Rams quickly get a touchdown. They get a quick stop. They get the ball back, and they get all the way inside the Eagles' 15. Honestly, it's kind of crazy to think about the parallels between this situation and the last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl against Atlanta. It was also the Falcons were very close, just couldn't quite get it done at the end there. But on that one, which was kind of a, Julio Jones couldn't quite make the play, this time it is someone for the Eagles making a play. Jaylen Carter is going to just make the play of, in my opinion, the season for the Philadelphia Eagles. As you see, on a 3rd and 2, he gets an immediate pressure, is able to get the sack on Stafford. Now it's set up a 4th down and very long, which they just had to send up a prayer, wasn't able to work. If Carter doesn't make that play, there's a very real chance Stafford converts again. The Rams get a touchdown, take the lead, and win the game. Fortunately for the Eagles, they did not even have to worry about that as the play was made, and that is my pick for the best play of the Philadelphia Eagles and most important play of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2024, or in the 2024 season, which bled over into 2025. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below, were there any plays I left off this list? I'm sure there were. They had a lot of great plays this postseason run and this season in general. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.